Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Outstanding indeed. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Man, this is a real classic. I was happy to see this in my Beer of the Month Club offering. Oh, man. This is from San Francisco, California, the Anchor Steam Brewery. Yeah, Fritz Maytag saved this brewery from destruction. And this is their flagship beer, the Steam Beer. Checks in at 4.9% alcohol by volume, the date stamp on the bottom. Says it's about 94 days old. It's not old at all for this beer. Man, let's go ahead. I don't have one of these caps on the fridge, so what I do is I take a quarter or a half dollar and I put it between the bottle opener and the bottle cap and I just open it very carefully, shifting it around a few times. And that way it won't put any dents or marks in the bottle cap. And what I do then is I put a little magnet underneath the bottle cap, glue it there with some Gorilla Glue, and put it on the fridge. And then it's not permanent. It pulls right off because the magnet is attached to the cap permanently, but the cap will come right off. So what we're gonna do here for glassware? Oh, I have a beautiful Christmas glass. Every year for I think 5 straight years. I want to say 2006 through 2011, maybe. Yeah, but it's not appropriate for this beer. So we're going to use this glassware right here. It says save water, drink beer. Oh, now that's true for anybody who doesn't believe it. Uh, yeah, back during the Black Plague in this country, you couldn't drink the water. You would just know you would die. And there were a couple other times in our history when you just couldn't drink the water, so you had to drink the beer. Matter of fact, that's why the that's why the Pilgrims landed where they did because they ran out of beer. Oh, that's a true story. Yeah, and a man would never think of marrying a woman back in those days if she didn't know how to brew beer. My have times have changed, huh? Well, that beer pours its signature copper color. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? It's got some carbonation. This beer was never highly carbonated, and it always made a beautiful. It's not tan. We're just going to call it off white, but it is a little bit darker. And I haven't had this beer in years, so this would be a treat for me. Some lovely malts in there. Hey, you know what? We're gonna thank Fritz Maytag for saving this brewery. I don't know who owns it now. I don't know, but man, this is a classic brewery, no doubt. And the Christmas ale is always good. Oh man! All right, so hey, we're gonna thank the brewers out there in San Fran, now the hard work they do, and thank everybody at home for watching. Cheers to everybody. Mm. It's like I remember it. Very malty. If you don't like a malty beer, this beer is not for you. Now, I'll tell you one thing about malty beers. They go well with Asian cuisine. If you've never been to an Asian restaurant and had some of their true beer, then you're missing out because the beer they brew is fabulous. It's bit malty. Did I say a bit malty? I should have said quite a bit malty. But it goes well with rice. It goes extremely well with rice. And this beer would too, no doubt about it. And it doesn't really matter if you go to a Chinese restaurant, a Korean restaurant, a Vietnamese restaurant. If you drink one of their true beers, I don't mean a Budweiser. You can buy Budweiser anywhere. I'm talking about an Asian beer. It's generally very malty. Man. Mm, man. And what's it say on here? Since 1896. Well, they ought to know what they're doing now, huh? 1896, 1996, that's 100, 20. Yeah, they've been in business a while. Yeah. Woo-wee. Man, I love that color though. Isn't that beautiful? That is lovely. For me, this is a sipping beer. This is not a straightaway beer. I like malts to a point, to a point. This would be good though, like I said, with Asian cuisine. As a standalone beer for me, not so much. Not so much. But if I'm having some food, this would be a perfect accompaniment, no doubt about it. Man. And the alcohol isn't going to weigh you down. No, it's not going to weigh you down. So I tell you what, Anchor Steam has a full line of beers. If you don't like this particular beer, if you don't like a lot of malts, they have other beers. They have other beers. Their lager beer is pretty decent. It's very good. It's not going to weigh you down either, but it is a typical lager with a lot more hop than malt. This is all malt. So if you don't like malt, you can pass this one up, baby boy or baby girl, whichever the case may be. All right, though. So let's run out of here. I'm going to tell you that life is short. Let's be happy. Try new things, though. Experiment with the beer like this. You may like this beer. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. It's drinkable, though. It's doable. Yeah, that's the thing. It's doable. Yeah, I tell you what, get it as part of a flight if you go to a bar. Yeah, they only give you 4 ounces, and if you don't like it, give it to somebody else. All right, then. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure. But the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast. And if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing Clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.